You woke up at 3 a.m., grabbed your phone, and opened Efootball. You played 5 division matches. Out of those 5, you drew the first match, then you won none.
Voy a la playa, había subido la marea.
You lost all 4 of them, and the funniest part, you always concede the first goal. Then you start questioning the game and ask yourself, is it my network that's messed up? Is it the game script that's against me? Or am I just a loser? Well, the answer is, you are actually a loser.
¡Tú! ¡Había subido la marea y encontré una paella!
Actually, we've all been there. You're not really a loser. You're just not a winner. Yet. So, here's the deal. I'm gonna tell you 6 mistakes you're unknowingly making that keep you on the losing side, and I'll give you simple steps and solutions to fix them. This will reduce your losing rate, and maybe, just maybe, make you a winner faster. But first, let's dive into the psychological part of things. Now, I'm not here to preach that fail is the first attempt in learning, or that defeat isn't the end, it's the beginning of mastery, or the more you fall, the stronger you stand. All that common shit, sure, they're true, but what I'm about to tell you goes way deeper. For you to understand this, I have to give you the backstory of how this channel started. Before I became a creator, I was just playing eFootball, purely enjoying the game without the pressure of editing or scripting. Back in Division 2, I met an opponent online, and we had the best match ever. I was on fire, banging goals left and right. The match should have ended 4-4, but I still lost due to connection problem. Even though I lost it, I enjoyed every minute of it. Then something wild happened. My opponent contacted me on WhatsApp because I used my phone number as my username. By the way, that's a killer way to make online friends. Turns out he was my competitor. We started playing a few friend mode matches, each one super competitive, until one day he invited me for a match, and man, he gave me a brutal 4-0 in the first half. I had no choice but to concede. In the very next game, he thrashed me 4-0 in just 23 minutes. Before I knew it, it became the norm. He wasn't just my competitor anymore, he was my master. The worst part, after every match, he'd send me clips of his best goals against me. That's when I started screen recording my matches to catch a few highlights and send them back to him. By the way, his name is Josh, and here's his eFootball account. He kept on beating me, sometimes even 5-0 in the first 20 minutes, dominating with up to 80% possession. It got so frustrating that I quit mid-game just to avoid more humiliation. Then one day, I heard this quote from a movie.
And here's what my teacher taught me. When you change, everything will change for you.
Until you say, yeah, I'm gonna take action. Nothing changes if nothing changes, man.
If you want something to change something that hit me hard, I switched my formation from a 4-3-3 to a 3-2-4-1, and boom. In our very next match, I won 8-2. I recorded the highlights, my goals, my dribbles, and used CapCut to edit them, and I made sure I sent it to Josh on WhatsApp. But then I noticed something about Josh. He never rage quit. At the 60th minute, I was winning 6-1, yet he stayed in the match. I asked him why, and he said, I knew I had already lost the match from the first half. So since I lost everything, there was nothing to lose. I was like, man, what the hell are you saying? He explained, when you're already 2 goals down and it's clear you can't equalize, there's no need to keep fighting. Instead, use that time to analyze your opponent's play, learn their moves, 1-2s, pressing, attacking, and all of his other shits. Then it hit me. He was losing the battle, but mastering the war. That conversation scared me, but it also gave me a new perspective. Instead of rage quitting in frustration, I started learning from his gameplay. I asked him tons of questions about his tactics, his passing, his defense, and unsurprisingly, he did the same. We even referred each other to YouTube videos to improve our skills. And now, we're no longer competitors, we're brothers. But listen, this isn't a call to start randomly connecting with every opponent on WhatsApp. What I'm trying to say is, when you've lost the battle, Don't lose the war. When you know your opponent is too good and you're already down 2-0, accept your fate that it's over, then analyze their game. What makes their style so effective? Is it the 1-2s, the formation, the passing, or the defending? Find one quality that stands out and practice it relentlessly with the remaining time. In that way, you're winning while losing. It might feel odd at first, but over time, you'll become a beast. You'll start defending better, passing faster, and reading your opponent like a pro. Learn from your losses instead of getting frustrated by them. I don't know if there's much more to say about connection. Everyone knows a good connection is crucial in eFootball. With a bad connection, you can't even learn your opponent, and it's pure frustration. For me, there are 3 types of bad internet connections. 1. Connection spike. Your internet is very good. Then out of nowhere, it starts acting up, that stupid fucking loading circle appears. Then it goes back to normal. By then, your opponent has already scored and is waiting to celebrate. The funny thing is, once it recovers, your connection seems perfect, as if nothing ever happened. You're left wondering if your opponent is a hacker or if you were just unlucky. 2. Drop connection. This is similar to a lag spike, but instead of recovering, you just get the message. You lost, a problem occurred with your connection, and just like that, you lose 3 precious points. 3. Lagging. This is the worst. After you make a pass or any command, it takes 1 to 2 seconds before it responds. You're forced to play the game 1 to 2 seconds behind your opponent. Sure, you might win by luck, but you'll never enjoy the gameplay. Chronic lag is so frustrating that sometimes I even rage quit. Even when I'm winning, let me know in the comments which one you hate the most and which one you prefer. The easiest way to prevent these issues is to play PvP events before division matches. In PvP events, you have nothing to lose. So use them as a test for your connection before diving into serious online matches. Everybody knows formation is one of the most important factors in eFootball. Konami's keeps loading the game plan section with features like edit position, individual instructions, skill training, and more, so you can get creative with your formation. But what do we usually do? The opposite. We jump onto YouTube or TikTok, see a formation review, and then start using that formation blindly. And if it doesn't work, we just switch to another one. Let's be real. Those formation reviews usually only show you the fancy tiki-taka passes and slick-through balls. They cut out all the cheap goals conceded and tactical failures. You end up adopting a formation without knowing its downsides, and you learn the hard way by conceding unnecessary goals. What I'm trying to say is, absorb a formation before you switch. Don't just change formations because it's trending, your friend is using it, or your favorite YouTuber raves about it. Remember when I told you I switched to 3-2-4-1 while playing against Josh? After a year, guess what? I'm still using that 3-2-4-1 formation, and I don't think I'll change it anytime soon. I've learned how to make 3-2-4-1 work, like a 4-1-4-1 when defending and like a 3-1-6 when attacking, thanks to individual instructions and clever positional tweaks. I absorbed the formation so well that I know all its strengths and weaknesses. I'll also be reviewing that 3-2-4-1 formation very soon. I call it the formation of triangles, so stay tuned. My advice is simple. Pick a formation, stick with it for a month, absorb it, and keep tweaking it until it fits your style. Once you know the strengths and weaknesses of one formation, you'll know exactly what kind of football you want to play, whether it's tiki-taka, wing play, or fast counters. Don't switch formations on a whim. Use reviews as inspiration, but learn from experience. Comment below which formation you're locking in for accountability and to inspire others who are still searching for the right one. If you want to improve your passing, the first thing you need to do is stop passing based on assumptions. Too many people pass the ball thinking, oh, my striker should be there, or my winger is probably making a run. Bro, stop it. Passing isn't about hope, it's about vision. Passing should be from player to player, not from you to a ghost. You don't pass because you assume someone is in position. You pass because you know they are. This is why so many of you keep losing possession unnecessarily. You send a through ball hoping your striker is there, only to see it roll into empty space while your opponent counters in 2 moves. Let me give you a few tips on how to fix your passing. 1. Adjust your camera angle. Switch to dynamic wide or dual camera angle in the game settings. This gives you a wider view of the pitch so you can actually see who is open. The more you see, the better your decisions. 2. Only pass to who you can see. If you can't see your striker in position, don't send the ball. If your winger isn't in position, don't assume they are there. Pass to players who are in your line of sight, not to ghosts. The more you do this, the better you'll predict player movements over time. 3. Through pass only to a player in motion. When making a through pass, ensure the player is actively making a run or they're in space and not tightly marked. If nobody's making a run, hold the ball or pass to your nearest man. 4. Pass back when necessary. Too many people force forward passes even when all their attackers are man-marked. That's a rookie mistake. If there's no good option forward, be smart, pass backward, reset, and wait for a better chance. Holding possession frustrates your opponent and gives you control of the game. It might feel weird at first, you might even lose a few matches while changing your style, but remember, you're losing the battle, but mastering the war. Once you develop this habit, your passing will become sharper, more precise, and way harder to intercept. And when that happens, you won't just play eFootball. You will control it. In case you want even more insights on effective passing, check out this video by Revis Gaming. I've dropped the link in the description below. His tips completely transformed my game, and they might do the same for you. So from now on, no more guessing. Pass to who you see, not who you hope to see. Dribbling is what differentiates the noobs from the pros. Sure, pros know how to pass, but what they truly excel at is dribbling. It comes with time. No one becomes a dribbling master overnight. In eFootball, mastering dribbling is one of the toughest challenges, but when you nail it, you become something mad. There are 2 key reasons for dribbling in online matches. 1. To create space. When an opponent is marking you tightly, dribbling helps break free and create room to attack. 2. To show off. Dribbling isn't just practical, it's a way to show off your skills. Some pros even use their goalkeeper to dribble if they've got the moves. If I were to dive into every nuance of dribbling, we'd need another video. I already made one on tactical dribbling for those who want the full breakdown, and I found an even better, shorter one by a YouTuber called Dribbling. I'll drop links to both in the description below. Here's a twist. The real challenge in dribbling is learning to play without always using the dash button. When you play without dash, you're forced to rely on better passing, turning, and finesse dribbling. Everyone's constantly dash dribbling and bumping into defenders, but when you learn to move the ball naturally, you improve every aspect of the game. It might cost you a match or 2 initially, but remember, you're losing the battle, but mastering the war. Master your dribbling, know when to dash and when to hold back, and soon you'll not only be a great dribbler, you'll be a god on the ball. Confidence is everything in eFootball. You can know every trick in the book, but if your confidence is low, bro, you will struggle. Let's be real. There's no such thing as bad luck being too high. What's really happening is that your confidence is low. Some days, even if you're losing 2-0, you might still believe you can make a comeback. Other times, when you're winning 2-0, you start panicking, expecting your opponent to equalize and beat you. That's the effect of confidence. Here's how confidence works in eFootball. When your confidence is high, play more matches. This is when you're in form, hungry to win, and dominating the game. Keep playing while the momentum is on your side. When your confidence is low, stop playing or rebuild it. If you keep playing while your confidence is down, you'll get frustrated, force passes, rush attacks, and end up on a losing streak. If you need a quick boost, call up your friends, especially those you know you can beat, and play a few friendlies. Winning builds confidence. That's why form exists in football. The more you win, the stronger your mentality. And if you're really not feeling it, don't force it. Sometimes the best move is to take a break and reset. Remember, if you play with confidence, you'll dominate matches. If you play frustrated, you'll rush your plays, force shots, and lose even more. Master your confidence, and you won't just win more matches, you'll control them. Alright, my G's, let's wrap this up. To dominate in eFootball, you gotta do these. 1. Choose a solid formation and stick with it until you master every angle of it. 2. Improve your passing. Play smart, not on assumptions. 3. Get really good at dribbling. Create space like a pro. 4. Play only when your confidence is high. If you're not feeling it, step back and boost it. And most importantly, even when you're losing those matches as you practice your passing and dribbling, remember, you're losing the battle, but you're mastering the war. Don't forget to check out the links in the description for videos that will help you be precise in passing and a killer in dribbling. Bro, wait! If you're watching this and you're a shit player with a low team rating, remember it's not all about dribbling and passing. Sometimes the team you're using matters too. You need to know how to boost your team ratings so you can really compete with those pay-to-win monster teams. So check out the video on your screen right now about boosting your team rating. It's packed with tips to help you build a better squad. What are you waiting for? Go watch the fucking video. And if you've seen it before,